Ahoy, this is Zdenka. Insta360 Go Ultra is powerful, but only if you know how to use it. This complete hands-on guide will show you tons of footage, explain camera settings and filming modes, and share tips you won't find in the official Insta360 guide. Thank you Insta360 for providing this camera. There are several things you need to do before the first use. Charge the camera, download the Insta360 app, connect the camera with the app, follow all steps to activate the camera, and update the firmware if you see a prompt to do so. I highly suggest connecting the camera to the Insta360 app once in a while, as firmware updates happen quite often. The default mode is video. Let me explain all settings with lots of examples and recommended best settings. Let's go to resolution and frame rate. 4K will give you the best quality. Recommended frame rate for this camera is 30 frames per second when it comes to vlogging. For action shots that you might want to slow down later on in the post, 60 frames per second is recommended. Just keep in mind that it will use more power and the camera will heat up faster. Let's check out the settings on the left. Should you use active HDR or not? Here is a clip with active HDR off. This is just a standard video. And here is another clip with active HDR enabled. It's recommended for high contrast scenes or daylight. I personally prefer active HDR. I think it looks great. What stabilization should you select? Options are off, low, standard, and high. Off is first. When you have the camera stationary on a tripod, there is no need to have stabilization enabled. You will save battery and reduce camera heat. Low stabilization is optimized for cars and motorcycles. The video will be more dynamic. And you are looking at the city of Oshawa in Ontario, Canada. Standard stabilization is to be used for road cycling and daily vlogs. High stabilization is recommended for running or playtime with sudden movements. Aspect ratio gives you three options: 16:9, 4:3, and 2.35:1. The default setting is 16:9, the typical aspect ratio for YouTube and most screens, and also vertical video for social media. When you press the orange button and remove the camera from the action pod, once you turn it to the side, you will automatically film in vertical mode. You can see it right on the screen. 4:3 aspect ratio is used for nostalgic or retro feel. It used to be standard for TV and cinema in most of the 20th century. 2.35:1 or CinemaScope gives you this Hollywood wide look you see in movie theaters. All three options are very useful. Duration is set to infinite by default, but you can also set a specific duration that goes up to 2 hours. To get the best video quality, there is one setting I would change in the camera settings. Let's swipe down, hit Settings, and scroll down to Video Bitrate. The standard is set by default. You can change it to high for best quality. On the right is where you can switch between 1x and 2x zoom. You can also change the zoom if you simply double tap on the screen. Field of view settings can be very confusing, so let's explain those. Action view is first. It compresses height space, and it is ideal for any sports, such as skiing, cycling, where you want to shoot from the first-person perspective. Mega view will give you a wide look that is ideal for urban scenes. Vertical distortion is reduced in 16:9 and 4:3 aspect ratios. Ultra-wide is ideal for outdoor adventures, such as hiking, and it is also suitable for underwater shooting. Dewarp is used for vlogging. This one gives you a wide field of view with only minor distortions. Another field of view suitable for vlogging is linear. This one shows the wide angle naturally without any image distortions. I personally like this one for vlogging. The last two options are 45 degrees horizon lock and 360 degrees horizon lock. Let's enable 45 degrees. When you rotate the camera up to 45 degrees left or right, it will keep the horizon steady. When you enable 360 horizon lock, you can turn it all around and it will keep the horizon the same. To be honest, this just amazes me. Let's swipe left to pull out image settings. Camera filters are first, so let's explore them. The default is standard, designed for everyday scenes. Glow is low contrast, cold tone, designed for vlogs or portraits. Selfie, as the name suggests, is designed for vlogs or portraits as well. It has a soft, warm tone with normal contrast. Vivid has rich and vivid colors, suitable for cinematic scenes. This totally calls for enabling the wide aspect ratio to top it up. I would use this for tropical vacations, for sure. NC film is next. This one simulates vintage negative film with high contrast. I think this is suitable for filming in a city. A very similar filter is next, and that is NC2 film. This one simulates modern negative film with high contrast. CC film simulates vivid, positive film colors for rich, bold tones. The last filter, CC2 film, is similar to CC film filter, except you would use this one at night, as it has been specifically optimized for that purpose. iLock color profile setting is next. If you like to do your own color grading and want richer visuals, you can enable the iLock color profile here. The footage will be very dull, and you can see that in the preview as well. You can enable color preview, so you don't have to look at this. But keep in mind that this is only a preview. You have to apply the Insta360 conversion LUT in the Insta360 app, or you can download one from their website if you will be editing in different software on a desktop. What you need to know that if you film in iLock profile, clarity zoom is not supported, so you cannot zoom in 2 times. The white balance setting is next. If you want to choose your own custom white balance, this is where you can enable that. Jitter blur reduction is a feature designed to reduce motion blur and enhance stability in low light or fast-moving shots, as it increases camera's shutter speed. You might get darker, sometimes flickering image, so keep it off in a well-lit environment. At the top right is portrait mode. When you enable this, the face should be brighter and the skin texture should be enhanced. It is recommended to use it in a well-lit environment, and it's not recommended to use it in high intensity or sports scenarios. EV setting is next. If you see that the highlights are a bit too bright, you can tone them down here. I usually check the sky or the clouds, and if it is too bright, I tone it down to -0.3 or -0.7. Metering is important as it exposes the image differently depending on the mode you select. Metric exposes for the entire scene, so if you will be filming scenery or nature, this is what you should select. If you will be filming yourself vlogging or another person, then you select face priority. The last setting is video sharpness. It is recommended to keep it on medium. Low sharpness is for those who want to adjust sharpness manually in the post, and high sharpness is for playing the video on small mobile screens. I would keep it on medium. If you want to film in manual mode, you can enable it here at the top, and you can control ISO and shutter speed. For filming in manual mode during the day, you will need ND filters. I unfortunately don't have them, so I cannot show you any sample footage. Now that we covered all the settings in video mode, I suggest doing the following. Go to camera mode and tap on preset. This will take you to many presets optimized for different filming scenarios. When you tap this icon, it will take you to a preset setting where you can change the preset name and customize all camera settings. You can also delete the preset, or if you scroll all the way to the right, you can create a new preset by hitting the plus icon. It is worth taking the time to organize this section with presets that you will use. Once you get on the location, it's much easier just to press the preset with all the settings instead of sitting there trying to figure it all out. You will save a lot of time. Let's stay in video mode for a little bit longer to explain recording. Let's just press the record button. There are many things you can do while you are recording. You can take a photo while you are recording and mark a moment you like, so it is easier to find it later on while editing in the Insta360 app. You can change the zoom and pause video recording. When the video is on pause, you can change the field of view. To resume recording, you can either press the shutter button or tap the icon on the screen. To stop recording, press the shutter button again. The beauty of this camera is that it is very small and you can place it literally anywhere. It is magnetic, so you can attach it to anything. The camera is waterproof, so it can be used in the water up to 10 meters without the case, but not the action pod. Don't place that on the water as it is only splash-proof, not waterproof. The camera also has a shutter button. Press once to start or stop recording a video. Press twice to take a photo. Do me a favor, if you are getting a value out of this video so far, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing, as it really helps the algorithm and I will be able to create more tutorials like these. Thank you very much for your support. The camera offers around 70 minutes of standalone recording time in 1080p. When the camera is in action pod, you can get up to 200 minutes. When the action pod is out of battery, it will shut down automatically. Once you start charging it, you cannot turn it on right away. It requires about 5 to 8 minutes of charging. The Insta360 Go Ultra camera charges from 0 to 80% in about 12 minutes and hits 100% in 20 to 30 minutes when inside the action pod. The action pod itself takes about 32 to 40 minutes to fully charge. If you need to extend the battery life, if you want to film for hours, you can do that several ways. For vlogging, you can use a mini power handle. Once you connect the camera to the handle, it will charge the camera. It's not only for charging the camera though. You can also control the camera with a button. Long press to turn on the camera. When you are not recording, if you double press, you will switch between photo and video mode. Press once to start recording. When you are recording, if you double press, you will mark the video. Press once to stop recording and long press to turn off the camera. There is a port at the bottom so you can mount it to tripod or selfie stick. The second accessory I have here is FOMO Flexi Mount. You can also use this as a stand, as this part opens up. All you have to do is connect it to a power source and you are set. The third accessory you can use when it comes to extending battery life is the FOMO Power Neck Mount. There are two ways you can use it. You can use the necklace where you can attach the FOMO Flexi Mount. Please note that if you have a bigger chest, you can turn the back part of the pendant to adjust the angle. Then you can connect the power source, which is this FOMO Power Neck Mount. The other option would be mounting the action pod to this base to charge it. It can be also used with other Insta360 cameras, such as X5. Next, I would like to cover the audio before we get to the rest of the filming modes. Let's swipe down to pull out settings, go to second page, and hit audio settings. There are 4 audio modes. Strong auto wind noise reduction for strong winds or cycling, running shots, and any fast sports. Weak noise wind reduction for vlogging or for any light wind scenarios. Voice enhancement for vlogging, and original audio that is suitable for music or other scenarios. Or you can use an external microphone, Insta360 Mic Air. You don't need to use the receiver. You only need the transmitter as it connects to the camera via Bluetooth. Make sure the microphone is updated to the latest firmware. You can update that through Insta360 app under Accessory Settings. On the camera, go to Settings, Accessories, and press Add Bluetooth Accessories. When the microphone is off, press and hold for 6 seconds to turn the microphone on until it flashes rapidly. You should see blue light. If you see green light, double press to get blue light, and now the microphone will be discoverable and you can pair it. Once it is paired, you will see all microphone controls below and the audio bar at the top. And just for a comparison, so this is a sound recorded straight to the camera. Obviously, I don't have any external microphone attached, but I'm just gonna grab one quickly and show you the difference. And this is the sound you're going to get if you're gonna be recording yourself with an external microphone. It should be way better, way louder, and clear. Let's return to filming modes. Now, all the settings in video mode I already explained, and those settings are the same in all other modes, so I don't need to do that anymore. I will explain the settings that are different. Mainly, let's show what these modes can do and show actual footage. Pure video mode is for filming in low light condition. By default, auto pure video is enabled. What is that? When you film in video mode and the camera detects low light, it will automatically switch to pure video. In this mode, you can enable jitter blur reduction, which has been explained earlier. Please note, pure video can only be filmed in automatic mode, but you can still customize these settings. Free frame video captures a squarish full sensor file. Once you upload the footage to the app or Insta360 Studio, you can then choose the aspect ratio you need. Horizontal 16:9 or vertical 9:16 for socials. This icon on the screen lets you turn off frame guides. I still recommend to keep it on to ensure that the framing is correct for vertical video. Free frame video is filmed with one-time main camera. There is no zoom available. If you have a toddler in your family, you can try Toddler Titan mode. There is a toddler clip available that comes with a macro lens that will improve close-up of the face. All instructions are right here. Timeshift is an automatic mode. You cannot change the speed, but I suggest selecting a duration. Here are some clips I filmed when I was driving to Toronto. This clip was filmed with a vivid filter on. The rest of the clips are just in standard color profile. I think I prefer the vivid look as it brings out the colors a bit more, as I really like the blue sky. Timeshift is filmed with one-time main camera. You cannot zoom in. How do you attach a camera to a car? This is a pivot stand. The bottom is very sticky. It is reusable, and you can attach it to anything. You can attach only a camera to it or the entire action pod. Once you are done filming, you just unscrew the bottom and close the cover like this to keep the sticky part clean. Timelapse mode is next. All you have to do is choose the interval and duration. The faster the movement, the shorter the interval you will choose. You can choose your own or use one of the scenes that suggest a suitable interval. I love that Insta360 edit this. You've got here city rush, sunrise and sunset, dynamic clouds, dawn and dusk, and lastly, flower opening. Just to mention, there is no zoom in option in Timeshift and Timelapse mode. Loop recording is something you would select if you used this camera as a dashboard camera while you're driving, for example. Once the storage fills up, it will automatically overwrite the oldest footage with the new recording, so it will save your storage. This is a very useful mode. Zoom is available in this mode as well, and you can also turn off tilt fix if you don't need it. To select the loop duration, go here and then scroll down on the left side. It is right here. You can choose from 1 minute to 30 minutes. Let's go to slow motion. Slow motion can be filmed in 2.7K or 1080p. When you select 2.7K, you can choose between 120 and 100 frames per second. When you select 1080p, you will get more options: 100, 120, 200, and 240 frames per second. Let's play some examples. What should you know about Starlapse mode? Starlapse mode is shot in manual mode. These are the default settings. If you know what you are doing, you can change it to whatever you like. If you don't know what you are doing, leave it as it is. Let's go to resolution settings. Type lets you select between Starlapse video, Star Trails video, and Star Trails photos. Format has two options: Pure Shot or Pure Shot plus RAW. Aspect ratio is next, and duration. It is up to you how long you want to record. You can leave it on infinite or select any of those up to 4 hours. To film or take a photo in this mode, the camera needs to be attached to a tripod and an external power source. It is a good idea to also enable the timer so you don't cause extra camera shake by pressing the button. Starlapse mode doesn't offer zoom. Burst photos will take a certain number of photos. You will select the number and a specific duration. Let's go to settings. You can select from 3 photos taken within 1 second all the way to 30 photos taken within 10 seconds. Cache is on by default. What is it? It is a temporary internal storage that holds high-speed photo bursts before they are permanently written to the memory card. Format you cannot change, that is Pure Shot. You can change the aspect ratio and enable the timer. Zoom is available in this mode. Let's go to the interval photo. The default resolution is 12.5 megapixel. A higher resolution, 50 megapixel, is another option. This photo will be taken at a selected interval for the time you select. You can select between 1 second and 120 seconds. There is offsetting as well. If you wonder why it is there, it is just an option to use it as a single shot camera, so you don't have to leave this mode and go to the actual photo mode. Format offers Pure Shot or Pure Shot plus RAW. Aspect ratio can be changed, and you can enable a duration that goes from 3 minutes to 4 hours. Timer is the last setting. So for easy selfies, let's enable 3 seconds interval, and let's do a minimum duration of 3 minutes. Interval photo also offers a zoom option. The last mode is photo. The default resolution is 12.5 megapixels. Higher resolution of 50 megapixels is also offered. You can take photos in Pure Shot format or Pure Shot plus RAW, and you can also enable a timer. Let's go back, as there is one more option available, and that is live photo. Just like on a smartphone, once you enable this, you can capture 3 seconds live photos. Please note this is only available in 12.5 megapixels resolution. There are 3 more accessories I have here that I can show. This is Flexi Angle Mount. It has a clip here, so you can attach it to a hat, for example, for POV shots. You can angle it any way you need. This second clip is very similar, except you attach the camera via magnet. You can also change the angle. And lastly, this is an easy clip headband. This is also a great way to get some POV shots. What else would I mention about the accessories? The camera is white, but as you can see, I placed skin on top to change the look. One accessory you can see is the screen protector. That was the first thing I installed on the camera. The last section will cover camera settings, and there is lots to cover. There are many things you need to know. I will also explain the last button on the camera, so here we go. Let's swipe down to pull out settings. The first icon is the screen rotation lock. Now it is unlocked, so when I rotate the camera sideways, the page flips like this. When you enable this, once you turn the camera, the view stays the same. The next icon, the screen lock. When you enable this, you won't accidentally change settings by touching the screen. To unlock, just slide across the screen. Indicator light brightness is set to high by default. You can lower it here or turn it off. Prompt sound is on medium. You can change the volume. There is also an adaptive option, or mute it off if you are filming in public places. Nobody likes to be disturbed. Screen brightness is next, and then settings. Let's go there. Camera info is self-explanatory. You can also see what firmware version you have. Let's tap on General. Here you can turn off vibration, change auto power off, and screen auto sleep duration. Selfie mirror is on by default. What it says is that automatic mirroring will happen when you film yourself like this with the screen flipped up. Long press to cancel recording is on by default. When you record and realize that you don't want to keep this clip, just long press. It will stop recording and not save the file. The SD card shows storage, and here is where you can format the card. Standalone camera buttons can be customized here. A single press will record a video. Double press will take a photo. You can change the mode to any other mode, and you can also enable custom parameters. Once enabled, the last used parameter settings for this mode will be used by default. When you press the quick button, you can change between shooting modes. You can change it to something else here. There are plenty of options. Wi-Fi settings are next, connect to the app, and video encoding. You've got two options here, H.265 and H.264, anti-flicker settings, and gyroscope calibration. If you find that the horizon is not perfect, this is where you can calibrate it. Language, date, and time settings are next. Apple Find My feature is here, and that one is very helpful. The camera is very small, and it could simply happen that you cannot find it, so it's a good idea to have it paired with the phone. Certification info, reset tutorial, and factory reset are the last options. Auto Pure Video I already explained earlier. When the camera detects low light, it will automatically switch to pure video mode. Quick capture is on by default as well. When the camera is off, when you single press the button on the camera, it will start recording. If you double press, it will take a photo. Interval video is a great feature. Select a shooting scene, and then you can customize the rest of the settings. If you set the duration to 1 minute and the interval to 10 minutes, the camera will automatically turn on every 10 minutes and record 1 minute video. When it is done, it will shut off. So you can capture moments throughout the day and then let the AI edit that together in the app. Pre-recording captures a few seconds before you press the shutter button and keeps recording after to better record your moments. You can select a pre-recording duration of up to 30 seconds and enable laughter capture. When the camera detects laughter, recording will start automatically and stop after 30 seconds. If you will be using FOMO Flexi Mount, it has the option to charge only or automatically power on and start pre-recording. Let's swipe to the next page. Accessories let you connect an external microphone here or enable micro lenses if you have them. I don't have them. The AI Highlight Assistant is available here as well. It will automatically identify and highlight moments for faster editing in the app. If you need to extend battery life, you can enable Endurance mode. Some features will be restricted, and it will extend shooting time by 20%. Audio settings I already covered earlier. Kids mode will reduce the sound and light. It will also prevent accidental button presses. Timed capture I would use, for example, for time lapses. If I were somewhere in a hotel with a beautiful view, I would set the camera to record a time lapse while I went for dinner. I could program what time I want the camera to start recording. You can customize all settings. Last page is here. Here you can enable the level indicator and voice control. You can say any of these comments to control the camera. Screen reader is next. When it is on, the camera prompts via voice for various comments and updates. You can select what you want to keep activated. You can enable grid, and lastly, gesture controls. Palm is for start and stop recording. Peace sign is for taking a photo. I was hoping to make a shorter video. It simply wasn't possible. There are so many features, as you saw. It was testing my patience too. Give me the thumbs up if you found this video helpful. Don't forget to subscribe for more, and I'll see you in one of those videos next. Ciao, ahoj.